Now, obviously, egg prices have been soaring because of the bird flu and the issues surrounding how the bird flu is being handled, just to be honest with you. But it's got a lot of people thinking about, hey, wouldn't it be cheaper just to get my own chickens? And obviously, you feel like you might be, and there's a lot of things to consider when you think about, you know, getting your own chickens and everything. But we want to kind of go through what you can expect if you're getting chickens for the first time, okay? Because our situation is a little different because these were not our first chickens, but we did buy chickens back in 2023. So we got six of them right now that are laying again, but they were born April 17th, 2023 was their hatch date, okay? And so I'm a chicken nerd, so we kind of keep stats. So I've got all the data. Angela and I have kept all the data from the chickens' laying life, so we know exactly how many eggs they've laid, when they started laying, when they stopped laying to go into their first molt, and just everything. We know it all about them. So I just want to go through what you can expect when you buy those chickens. When will they start laying? How many eggs a week are they going to lay? How long are they going to lay? There's so much misinformation about what you can expect from your hens. I've heard anything from they'll only lay 3 or 4 eggs a week to they're going to lay 14 eggs a week, 2 every day. Yes, that's real. Somebody really reported that. I don't remember the source or anything, but I really was reported. It's silly, okay? But now they're also not typically going to lay every single day. All right, so there's some misinformation here that we need to kind of clear up on what you really can expect from this chicken, okay? Because it's not as cheap as you might want to believe it is, because you have a whole lot of time period to raise them chickens, okay? So there's a lot of things you'll need in the process that it's gonna cut into your cost. But once you get onto that time, like, okay, in 6 months they will start laying and you will start getting benefit from those chickens. But there's just some things to clear up in the meantime. First of all, I'm going to preface this by saying that these birds right here that we got, the 6 new ones that we still have, they were mixed in. So we mixed them in with an existing flock, so they didn't get to keep their grower feed as long as they needed to necessarily, and they go through some stress when you're transitioning them into the new flock, and so it hinders exactly how fast they can lay. So the stats we give you can probably be actually a little bit better, just to be honest with you. But this is what our best 3 did. Well, our best ones from each breed. We got 3 different breeds, 2 of each breed, and this is the best layer from each breed that we got. Okay, so we'll just go through what they did and what that could look like for you. So we'll say our first one is a Bielefelder, and what she did, her name's Elsa. We got the names, okay? I don't even know what their names are. Okay, a Bielefelder named Elsa. She started laying on December 21st. Okay, so they were born April 17th, started laying December 21st. That's 8 months. Probably be at least a month earlier than that, to be honest with you. But again, because we transitioned to a new flock, there's some stress and some things that slow them down a little bit. So this is, again, she's slowed down. But so she started laying 8 months into it, but then she stopped laying the next September. So both Bielefelders that we got stopped laying earlier in the year to go molt. They molted quicker than what we anticipated, but both of them did, so I'm assuming it may be a breed thing. So she only laid for 9 months, okay? So in those 9 months, she laid 190 eggs in 9 months. Did really well. I think that's really good. Bielefelders, what I've said before, not going to set the world on fire laying, but she did lay really well for those 9 months. 29 times, she laid 5 eggs that week. So that was pretty much what she did. Super consistent. 5 eggs a week for 29 times. And she never laid 7 in a week. She laid 6 a few times and 4 a few times. That's about it. So super consistent. We could compare her to an average breed. Probably very similar to, probably not even quite as good as Buff Orpington. Like a Buff Orpington is probably going to do a little bit better than that. So, but she did really well. The other one we'll go is a Whiting True Blue. We love Whiting True Blues. This one is named Layla. She's a crazy little chicken, okay? But she's a fantastic layer. A phenomenal layer. Layla started laying January 3rd, okay? So a few weeks after, or like, what is that, 2 weeks after, a week and a half after Elsa did. And she stopped laying the next December, so she laid longer than any of our other chickens. Okay, but both whitings did. Both whitings laid longer than all the other chickens, as far as later into the next season. So she stopped laying December 8th before she molted for the first time. And now, so today's February 19th. So to be fair, she's also already laying again this year. So she molted and back to laying already. So she's done great on the back side of that. So in that time period, 19 times she laid 6 eggs in a week. So that's what she did the most. And 15 times she laid 5 eggs in the week. So 35 times, vast majority of the time. So you can see what she averaged per week. So, but she laid 255 total eggs before she molted. So in her first laying season, 255 eggs, really good. Really, really good. And so our last one is by far our best laying hen maybe we've ever had. Probably our best laying hen we've ever had, actually. And her name's Judy, New Hampshire Red, what do you want to call them? But New Hampshire is the right name for her. Judy started laying December 20th of that year, and she stopped laying November 10th of 2024. Okay, so she laid for 11 straight months, essentially, right at it. And in that time period, she laid every day of the week 23 times. Okay, and one stretch of time, she laid 107 straight days. Phenomenal layer, absolutely amazing layer. She laid 284 eggs in those first 11 months. So we'll say 330 days thereabouts. She laid 284 eggs, right around there. It's 284 eggs exact. The time period is estimated because we didn't count the days, but so 284 eggs in her first year. If she probably could have started laying a month earlier, around there. If she'd done that, she would have laid well over 300 eggs. Phenomenal chickens. Okay, but that's what you can tend to expect, is that a lot of people will say, they might lay 3 or 4 eggs a week. It's not true. If you have a chicken that's a first year layer laying 3 or 4 eggs a week, that's not a very good layer. Either you're doing something wrong, giving them some bad feed, or it's just a terrible chicken. Okay, one or the other. But that should not be average. Okay, unless you have like maybe a Brahma or a Cochin or something like that, something that's just a terrible layer to start with. But if you want a good laying hen, they're gonna lay really well in that first year, and they will lay through the winter without any help. And that's simply it. They are going to do you some good once they get to laying age. It will take you some time. You're going to read that it might be they'll start laying 20 weeks. Probably not, unless you get a hybrid. Now if you get a hybrid, then very well could, and that's another story. But one that's not a hybrid, heritage breed, probably won't start laying at 20 weeks. They very easily could, but they probably won't. And they will start laying at the 24-week mark, okay? But it could be anywhere from 24 weeks to 32 weeks. Just to be honest with you, depends on the breed, depends on conditions. If you get them like in April, like we did, we normally get them middle of April. Well, 6 months later, you're losing daylight. So it's gonna cut down a little bit because they need more daylight for their body to produce eggs. But a pullet, a young hen, will lay in lower light. So they will start laying at that point, but it's going to take them a little bit more time. And that's totally okay. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. Just means it takes more time. And you will, though, get plenty of eggs. Now, to start with, those eggs will be smaller, okay? Typically, if they start laying around that early 20-week mark, 24-week mark, they're going to lay a medium egg. a medium to small egg, and they'll get up to just a medium egg really consistently for a little bit, and a really good hen will get to a large fairly quickly, okay? But an average hen will take a little bit of time to get to a large egg. Still good eggs, still wonderful, but it does take time, and you're not getting the value out of your eggs immediately. It will take time, but it is worth it, and eggs are better, they're healthier, it's more fun. It takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it in the end. Okay, so but we just wanted to clear up that misinformation, those ideas of what exactly you can expect, because it's not just buy chickens, get eggs, have fun. Okay, and it's not, oh look, I got 6 chickens, I'm getting 6 eggs every single day, or I'm gonna get 6 chickens and get 8 eggs every single day. It's not gonna happen. Okay, but you will get an admirable amount of eggs fairly quickly once they start laying. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creational Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.